So now let's go and skip our menu. So let's open it. So now in the top, we need some new name spaces. So first one, we're using TMP Pro. Another one will be using um, Unity Engine.ui. And the next one will be using Photon.pun and using Photon.realtime. Then we need also two callback. Here monobehavior pun callback and also iLobby callback to get access to the room list. So now in the top we can write. So now let's write the variable here. I'm going to write the header for our screen. Now the first one, public game object, main screen. So we can also write the public game object create a room screen. So now if I'm going to save that and going back to the game, we can see that in our menu manager we have a two variable. So but because I want to make it short, instead of that I'm going to just use the comma and put that part here. So now I can delete this part. So it also do the same things. When I'm going to save it, we can see that still we have a main screen and main screen and create a room screen. This is another way that we can do that, but because here we are going to get uh, to get the header for each of them, so I'm not going to do that. So here instead of 2n I need to use screen. Next one will be public game object, lobby screen, and lobby browser screen. Now we need another header for main screen. For main screen we need a public button create room button and public button find room button. So now let's make one for the lobby as well. For the lobby we need a text mesh bubble, public text mesh ProUI. That's why we add the theme pro here, because if I'm going to comment it, we can see that we are going to get error. That's why we need to add this namespaces there. Player list text, and another one so room info text, then this time a button, public button, start game button. So now we need another header for lobby browser. So let's make a header. Then here we need public rect transform for our list. For the when we have so many rooms and we want to that rect transform to make it up and down, then we need also public game object room button prefab, that rooms that we make prefab, and also we need to make a two list. So here private list, the first one will be game object for our room buttons, and it's equal to new list game object. Same for our room info. So I'm going to call it room list is equal to new list room info. So now inside of the start function, we want to make our create room button dot interactable to be false. We don't want to interact with our buttons at the beginning of the game. And also our find room as well. We want that our network do it for us. Find room button dot interactable is equal to false as well. And also the next one will be we want to enable our mouse cursor to be sure that it's going to be locked. So next one will be we need to check if we are inside of the game or not. So here if photon network dot in room. Now here we are going to check if dot current room is visible to us. So, and our current room is also open as well. So now let's make a next function. We need a function for swapping our screen. So here we can make it public or private. Set a screen and game object, the parameter screen. So here first we need to disable all our buttons before we are going to set it. So disable all screens first. So we don't want that accidentally have a 2 or 3 of them open. So main screen dot set active to be false. Lobby browser skin as well. And also the create a room list, room screen as well. And lobby screen. So now on the top we need to, I'm going to comment it, swap the current screen. Now here we want to also deactivate the requested screen. So here screen dot set active to be true. So here I need to add the void to fix that problem. So now let's do the another function. Here the function, I'm going to call it public void on player name changed inside TMP Pro. It's actually TMP Pro and TMP Pro P. We need the input field. just tmp, where is that input? There, tmp underlined input field, player name, input, and we want to tell to the photon network that the name of player is equal to player name input dot text. Which name that we are going to put there, it will be the player name. So next function will be, let's for now delete the update from, we don't need that now. Here we need a unconnected to master function. So public override void unconnected to master, and because it's override, it's automatically going to use the base unconnected to master, but we want to write our own code. So here when we are going to make the, when we are going to connect to the master, we want to activate buttons, create a room buttons dot interactable to be true, and also find room buttons dot interactable to be true as well. So as soon as we connected to the master, we want to activate our these two buttons, so the player can choose them and going inside of that lobby or going to that room list, room that the other player is waiting for another player. So now let's make another two function, public void on a screen room list, button, and the next function will be on find room button. Now we need to set the screen. So set the screen. Inside of that, create a room screen. We need to go to that game object. Here, when we want to find room button, we want to go to lobby browser screen. So here again, set the screen inside lobby browser screen. Here that means when we are going to set a screen, we are going to disable first all the screen that we are in email, and then we are going to activate the one that we want. So here the one that we want, for example, is our lobby browser screen. Here is also create room screen. So now let's save it. Going back to the game. So here I'm going to activate our main screen. Here we want the main screen to be put inside this game object, create a room screen, and lobby screen, and lobby browser screen. In main screen, we want to put create a room and find a room. So now let's go to our lobby. So here we need a player list text. That is our player list text. I'm going to drag it there. Room info text. That is our room info text or room name text. And start game button. So we need to go over game container, start game button to put it there. So now let's go to our lobby browser. Here we have room list container. I'm going to put it there. And the container, we want to put the prefab. So we need to just click on this small circle here and go into the asset. Find the it's a lot of I think I call it home button. So just type it home button here, this one. Or you can also go to prefab, and from here home button, put it there. So now let's go for our main screen. So I'm going to disable that one as well. So in the main screen we have the player name. So let's click on that. As you see, we have on value change. That means when we are going to write anything inside of that, we want to call the function. So I'm going to make the menu manager, put it there, and then going to the function menu script, and let's find on player name changed there. And here we need to put the field inside. So I'm going to put that there. So now let's go to our create room buttons. Here make an on-click event. We need to do the same from our menu manager, put it the inside, going to find the menu, and we need to call on create room there. So now let's do the same for the find room, play and menu manager inside. To the menu and on find room. So here on find room button. So now let's test it. I'm going to play. As you see, when we are going to connect it, we can see the buttons. And I'm going to put the P. And if we are going to click on create room, we should go into the next, to the lobby. So now we can't, I think, yeah, I make a wrong function here. Instead of menu create room buttons, we need to put the right one on create room button. So now we should be able to go into another game object. We are going to room name. We can put something there, dungeon, and then we need now let's connect the this part also as well. So let's stop it. So far it's worked fine without any problem, and we didn't get any error. That is also not a big deal. It's because of the it's a development agent. That's why. So we can delete that. So now let's make the function of put back to a screen. Here is also I'm going to write um, public void on back to main screen. Here, set screen, main screen. So now save it. So now let's adjust our back button as well. We have one here, and I think we have another one. So let's just yeah, this one and this one, the back button. This is from the leave lobby and back button. I'm going to highlight both of them and put the menu manager there on back button, back to main menu. Where is that? On back to main screen. So now let's save it and test it again. Why we can't? Let's get. Didn't work. Okay, this one is work, but the other one doesn't work. So which one did I? So I think it's in create room screen, the container, this one. Okay, we need to put this one as well. So now let's test it again. Perfect, that's working now as well. So now the last things we need to do is come back and make the last function, and that would be public void on create button tmp on the line input field. So room name input, network manager dot instance dot create room, room name input dot text. So now save it as well and going back. Let's go to our create room screen. I'm going to activate that one. So let's activate this one. So I'm going to our create, make event from menu manager, put and put on create button. So it's not this one. What did I name it? On create button, TMP Pro. So that font is this one, on create button, not on create button. And here we need a text mesh pro, and we need a home name input field. So guys, now in the next part, we are going to work on a lobby browser screen. So then everything work fine without any problem. See you in the next video, because it's already now become a long video.